What we got is different calibers of guns. I hear all the time, well, your 45 does this, your 9mm does that. I'm going to show you what it actually does. We're using water because we're made of 75% water. People say and don't want to carry 30 caliber or 38s, 38 special, 380s, 9mm because they say it just doesn't have the knockdown and, you know, whatever their story is. Well, I will tell you from experience that the 45 ACP and the 9mm both have the same amount of powder charge in them, identical. The bullet just weighs half as much, so in a sense it flies almost twice as fast. Now, 9mm got their bad rap because they're shooting ball ammo. It'll literally zip through that and it'll leak water out of both sides. It's not really going to do anything. A Federal Hydroshock, a hollow point, critical defense, that's a totally different story. It's not so much what the bullet weight, grain, girth, diameter, whatever is what does the work. It's the actual energy that it can deliver to the target. What you're looking at is foot-pounds of energy. The 45 is going to be in the neighborhood of 490 to 500 foot-pounds of energy at the most. The 9mm is going to be in the 380 to 420 range. It depends on how hot of an ammo that you buy for the 9mm. So they're actually pretty close. The 40 caliber is actually weighs almost as much as the 45 ACP does, and actually has more powder than both of them. So take a wild guess which one has the most amount of recoil. The 40 does. So with that being said, the 40 is kind of in the middle of the 9mm as far as ballistics, capacity, and what it's able to do to the target. The 357 SIG actually carries the most energy out of all of them and uses a slug that's actually a 9mm slug in a overcharged 40 caliber casing. So it's actually a neck down cartridge. So if you're talking about what kind of energy is able to be put on the target, the 357 SIG out of the semi-auto rounds is actually one of the best ones to do it with. I prefer a 9mm because they carry a lot of ammo. The recoil is not as bad as any of them. It has the lightest amount of recoil. It's cheap to shoot, and it gets the job done, and I'm going to show you what that looks like here. Same way with the AR-15. It shoots a 5.56 bullet, which is basically a 22 caliber. 22 long rifle is about 35 to 40 grains in weight. This is 55 grains of weight, which means the bullet's almost identical to what you would shoot out of a 22 long rifle, but it's got a ton of powder behind it. And what that's going to do is create a ton of energy, kinetic energy, which is going to actually quadruple what these pistol rounds are going to do. And I'm going to show you that. Okay? This is a 45. This is just ball ammo. This is not a hollow point. So I'm not really comparing apples to oranges here, because I'm going to shoot it with a 45. Because that's what everybody says. Oh, go with a 45. It has the knockdown power, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to show you what a ball ammo 45 does. And then I'm going to show you what a little 9mm hollow point does, okay? Alright. There's your in, there's your out. You saw what that did. Now here's a hollow point, 9mm and a subcompact gun. Okay? You get the idea? Now here is a 55 grain bullet, 22 caliber, traveling very, very fast. So, what do you think? Yeah.